And VTR-YTV Gazette, Episode 5, Part 1, Take 1.
Make up, lads.
Bill, can you give me a hand? Bill? Bill! Bill, tee up!
He's gone out. Just a minute. You make an excellent cup of tea, Sue.
Thanks.
You must do it more often. That damn boy doesn't warm the pot.
I'll teach him. I can see myself being lumbered. Where did Bill get to?
This was his idea.
Yes,
What's the matter with me? Why can't I get you to make the tea?
because you know I'd complain to the union.
You're going off to watch a fire in Bramall Road. You know how he loves big fires? He was so disappointed missing the last one.
No reason to call us out, did you?
Not me that called you, that bloody nosy bitch over there.
Don't you call me a bitch, you old cow.
Sparks from your bloody mucky might have burnt down all street.
Oh, you want to mind your own
people
people?
in spirit.
You're as bad as her.
Yeah, Keiko.
What are you doing?
Oh, the usual Friday afternoon grind, nothing much.
Is it your turn to come in tomorrow morning?
No Bills.
Oh, well, you might as well go home and enjoy your weekend. I don't need you for anything more. Unless you'll care to wash up.
No, thanks. Your typewriter broken?
No, the Statesman has asked your editor to do them a think piece on the changing role of the provincial press.
That's great.
I can't think onto a typewriter anymore. I must be getting old or something. I want to finish this before I go home, so run along, eh?
Okay. I'm glad they asked you.
Maybe they should have asked Hadley.
Could I have your name, please?
What do you want my name for?
Oh, I'll tell your name. It's Nellie Hoskins, and it isn't Mrs. either.
If you put my name in paper, I'll sue you.
I'll tell you what I'll do, Mrs. Hoskins. I'll do you a personal favor, and I shall see to it that you don't get any publicity.
Westdale Gazette, hello? Bill Spence? Afraid he's not in the office. Can I help? Oh, hold on a minute. I'll go and fetch him. sorry to disturb you, but the Daily Standard's on the phone.
Daily Standard?
Yes.
Well, I hope you stood to attention when you took the call.
They want Bill Spence to do an urgent job for them.
Yeah, now they want me to find them somebody else.
Yes.
Who we got? Do you want to work for the Daily Standard?
Not pussy.
I admire your enthusiasm.
Well, what's so marvellous about Fleet Street?
That's what I like to hear. Perhaps the Westdale Gazette will keep me for a year or two.
They might, if they pay me more money.
Editor here. Yes, I got somebody who can do it for you. A girl. Oh, no, I'm much too busy to do it myself. Well, she's young and pretty. Helps her get the foot in the door. No, she's not very experienced, but she's learning fast. Her work still needs a lot of sodding. She gets the facts.
Thanks.
I'd say she was pretty capable. What's the story? Yeah, good. Well, we want to cover that ourselves. Who tipped you off? Oh, come off it. If we're covering the story for you, surely you can give me the name of the informant. Okay. How much do you pay informants these days, anyway? 3 guineas. No wonder they don't ring us. I'll hand you over to your reporter. Sue Jackson is her name. This little girl missing in Burford.
Hello? What's the family's address?
Right.
Yes, I know what to do. You don't have to spell it out for me. I'm not gormless, you know. When do you want it by? I'll call you by 8 then. Bye.
That's the way to handle an important news editor.
I must think she's been murdered then.
Of course. It was only 2 months ago that Mary Dawes was found murdered. You've got to follow up a connection like that.
She's only 8. God, I think it's awful.
Yeah, well, I think it's awful that we have to hear it from the Daily Standard. What's the matter with the police? What's the matter with your connections and bills? Why haven't one of them rung us?
I'll phone Sergeant Chalmers and ask.
No, don't make an issue of it. You'll only antagonize him. We don't want that. Just ask around, tactfully, when you go to see him.
All right. I'm going to need all my tact when I go and see the Turner family.
Are you sure you want to go out looking for her?
Of course we're sure. We must
Well,
find
I've been to all her friends' houses this afternoon.
You don't know all her friends, Dad. Between us 3, we must know every one of them.
All right. I'll see that the lads are back by 9 o'clock. And don't stay out any later, dear.
Will you be back?
I'm going out with the bobbies. I don't know when I'll be back. That's probably them now. Here. Empty that. Oh, evening.
Mr. Turner,
Huh?
I'm from the Gazette.
Oh, you've come about our Marley.
Yes.
You're quick off the mark. I suppose the police told you about it.
No, they didn't.
One of the neighbours?
It was the Daily Standard, as a matter of fact. I don't know who told them.
Well, not me. I've got more important things to think about than ringing up newspapers.
Of course. She hasn't been found yet.
No.
I'm sorry. Could I come in and talk to you for a minute?
Hi. For a minute. I'll be off out looking for her myself.
Oh, I won't keep you long.
All right. Come in then. Straight through. This lady's from the papers. Look, I think you better run along now.
Okay. Come on, boys.
Dad,
Yeah?
you've been to Miller's in Dale Street.
I've never heard of them.
Well, Alice is a friend of our Marlene's.
All right, we'll start there. Come on.
Yeah, go on, run along. Love, turn the telly off.
They're going out to look for her too.
Aye, I'd still be out there myself if I hadn't had to get the tea.
Mrs. Turner's not at home.
No.
Does she know about Marlene?
No.
Well, shouldn't someone tell her?
Yes, I'd tell her if I knew where she was.
You don't mean
Oh,
she...
no, she's not missing. No, she upped and walked out 2 months ago. Anyhow, you didn't come here to talk about my wife.
I'm sorry, Mr. Turner. You must be carrying a terrible load of worry.
You can say that again. Sit down. Oh, no, over here.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Turner, how long has Marlene been missing?
Oh, since dinner time. She had a half day off school, a long weekend like. Well, when she didn't come home, I didn't think nothing of it. I thought maybe she'd gone round to one of her friends, you know. But come 2 o'clock, I got worried. So I went round to the neighbours. Nobody had seen her, so then I went to the school.
Which was shut, I suppose.
Oh, the caretaker was there. He looks after the school crossing as well.
Had he seen Marlene?
Well, he'd helped her over the road, and then he saw us waiting at the bus stop.
And then?
Well, he thought he saw her get into a car, but he wasn't quite sure.
You think she got into the car?
Well, she might have. I hope to God it wasn't that fella that took the other little girl.
Maybe she didn't get into a car. You don't know that for sure.
Well, I don't know anything for sure, do I? I mean, I just know she's been missing for 5 hours.
When did you go to the police?
After I'd been to school. They told me to leave it for a while, and if I didn't hear anything, to let them know by 4:30. So I let them know.
Nearly an hour ago.
They were sending a car round so I could go looking for her. I'm taking their time.
Well, they'll find her, I'm sure. Now, Mr. Turner, just for the record, how old are you?
43.
And what's your occupation?
I was a builder's labourer until I had an accident. I fell off a ladder at work and did something to my back, and I can't lift anything anymore.
I'm sorry. Well, are you getting compensation for it?
The lawyers say I'm entitled to it, as the rung of the ladder was rotten, you know. But when they'll get it for me, God knows. It's been 9 months since my accident.
What are you and the kids living on?
Assistance. I'm no scholar, only a labourer. There isn't much else I can do. Don't like it, I can tell you.
Well, you keep your home very clean and nice.
Aye. You're doing a man's work and I'm doing a woman's. It's no good, lass. No good. That'll be the bobbies. Oh, it's you. Come in. In here.
Mr. Turner?
Hi, Spiggles. We're going round the streets, are we?
That's right. Now, don't you worry. We'll probably find her wandering about somewhere, you know. Did she have any money with her?
Only a fare.
She could have taken the wrong bus and not had the money to get home.
You've no more news of her, then?
Seen you down at the station, haven't I, miss? You're from the Gazette, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, we don't know any more than you do. You'd best have a word with Mr. Nelson about it, I think. Right, Mr. Turner. You fit, then.
Spence? Ah, yes, Jack. Look, I'm just leaving the office now, so I'll pop round. Maybe we could have a drink. Yeah, hey, and thanks for telling me. The police have just called. There's a little girl missing.
One of your contacts?
Yeah, and he thinks it might be something.
Oh, he does he? You've got some great contacts, haven't you?
Right?
I heard about this an hour ago from the Daily Standard.
How the hell did they get it?
Obviously, they've got better contacts in these parts than we have. I don't like that.
No, neither do I. They pay, of course. We don't.
Yeah, well, perhaps Sue will find out who tipped them off.
Why, Sue?
She's doing the story.
What, for the Daily Standard?
And for us.
But I'm the stringer for the Daily Standard.
Yeah, well, they were in a hurry. You were out watching a fire. How did it go, by the way?
That's just my luck, isn't it, eh? I miss a good opportunity because 2 old bags are squabbling over a backyard bonfire.
Opportunity for what?
But to get my teeth into a good story.
Well, you don't know it is a good story yet.
Well, it has the smell of a good story.
Oh, the smell of a good story. You'll be wearing a soft hat and a belted raincoat next. You're just choked at missing the opportunity of working for the Daily Standard, aren't you?
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. I'm a refugee from Fleet Street myself. I keep forgetting that reporters are still desperate to get back there. Come on, I'll buy you a drink as a consolation.
Well, I can't tonight. I've got to go down to the police station.
You're not moving in on Sue's story, I hope?
No, I'm not. I'm buying my contact a drink.
You think he's earned it?
Well, he thinks he has. That's what's important.
Haven't you seen Superintendent Nelson yet?
No. Can't you hurry him up for me, Bill?
Oh, me? Do you know Mr. Nelson?
No.
Oh, he's a hard governor. He doesn't like to press hard. I wouldn't like to have to ask him for you again.
Well, isn't there someone else I could speak to?
Not when Mr. Nelson's on the case.
This caretaker. The chap who thinks he saw her get into a car. How old is he?
About 70, sir.
And wear glasses?
Don't know about that, sir.
Oh, is this P.C. Smith's message?
Just phoned in. They went out on house to house about half an hour ago.
So now we've got 2 witnesses who think they say she got into a car. An old caretaker who isn't sure, and an 8-year-old schoolmate who is. Pretty dodgy witnesses, aren't they?
Well, But Bell describes the car, sir. Dark blue saloon, same sort of car Mary Dawes was seen getting into.
How long has she been missing now?
Just over 6 hours.
I'm not sure about this car. People remember Mary Dawes, and because another little girl's missing, they panic themselves into thinking they saw her get into a car.
That's happened before.
Yeah. I think we'll carry on with house-to-house inquiries this evening. And as there's still no sign of her tomorrow morning...
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting to see Superintendent Nelson.
You haven't seen him yet? Good God, you've only got an hour, you know, to phone that story in.
I know, but he's in charge and they won't let anyone else speak to me.
Oh, yes.
Hi, Bill.
Hello, Bill. Is Jack Powell about you?
I'll see. Jack Powell up there. Bill Spencer's waiting for him. He'll be down.
Cheers. Look, listen, love. Nelson won't give you a thing. I'll take Jack to the Green Man. Now give me 10 minutes alone with him and then come and join me. We'll get this story sorted out.
But what about Nelson?
Well, if it's not here in 5 minutes, skip it. I'll do the police angle for you.
Okay, thanks.
Hello, Bill. It'll have to be a quick one. Well, then let's not waste valuable drinking time.
Anything more phoned through about the kid?
No, sir. Excuse me, sir. This young lady's still waiting to see Mr. Nelson, sir.
Oh. Yes.
Come on in. That's about all I can do.
Oh, what can I do for you?
I was wondering what you could tell me about Marlene Turner.
What do you want to know?
Well, like, what are you doing about it?
You're from the Gazette, aren't you?
Yes,
How long were you waiting out there?
about 40 minutes.
What's your hurry? Your paper doesn't come out for another week.
I'm representing the Daily Standard as well.
Oh, you didn't say that when you asked for an interview.
Well, does it make any difference?
Yes? I'd like to know what paper I'm dealing with. Now, about Marlene Turner. You can say we're concerned about her disappearance.
Was that all?
I think that's all I want to say.
Well, it's not much, is it? I mean, I'd be surprised if you were unconcerned. What are you actually doing about it?
We're making inquiries.
House-to-house inquiries?
Yes?
And what if that yields nothing?
Well, she might turn up in a few hours.
But if you thought you'd turn up in a few hours, you wouldn't be making house-to-house inquiries, would you? I'm told she was seen getting into a car.
We're not sure about that yet. No, I think I said all I want to say, Miss Jackson.
Oh, please, Superintendent. This is my first job for the Daily Standard. Just 1 or 2 more questions.
Look, the Gazette's all right, but I've had 1 or 2 nasty brushes with the Nationals. I've been let down more than once. Things I said, guesses, been run on the front page as facts. Oh, no.
Couldn't you tell me just if anyone else, besides the school caretaker, saw her get into a car?
You tell me something first. I'm interested in how the press works. Now, who gave this story to the Daily Standard? Was it you?
No. They told us.
Oh, and who told them?
I don't know.
You must know.
No. We asked them what the source was and they wouldn't tell us.
Hmm.
We'd like to know ourselves. We don't like being beaten to it on our own patch.
What time did they phone you?
About 5:15.
That was quick. All right, then, 2 questions.
Did anyone else see her get into a car?
Yes?
Who?
An old schoolmate of ours.
And could you give me a name and address?
No. Now, that's exhausted your quota of questions. 2, I said. You've had 3.
Superintendent, you're cheating. You're making me ask 3 questions to get 1 answer.
All right, 1 more, then.
Are you linking the disappearance of Marlene Turner with the murder of Mary Dawes?
No. Not yet, that is.
What are your next moves?
Well, if she doesn't show up by tomorrow morning, then we start a search.
Where?
That I'm not telling you.
In the case of a missing child, doesn't publicity sometimes help find her?
Sure, we'll give you a picture. But I'm not having a horde of reporters and photographers interfering with my when they carry out a search. Well, it's been a very pleasant meeting you, Miss Jackson.
Thank you, Superintendent.
Sergeant Williams.
Yeah.
You've been on the desk all afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Did the Daily Standard phone you at any time?
No, sir.
No press inquiries other than the Gazette?
No, sir.
That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Is that analysis you wanted?
You know, the Daily Standard wouldn't have sent that girl round here if they hadn't checked with us first.
Well, they didn't ring here. Williams would be certain to know.
No, because somebody here rang them and I want to know who. But not now. We've enough on our plate. Later.
From the way you're writing away there, I reckon your copper friend had earned his pint.
What?
I say, I reckon your copper friend has earned his pint.
Well, he earned half of it anyway.
Hey, Bill, does Frank Waters mind you doing your job in the boozer?
I've heard of editors, George, who have edited their papers from boozers. So long as the job's done, nobody cares where it's done.
Can you bring your office in here then? It'd brighten up trade no end.
I'll put it to the editor, George.
Well, look who's arrived.
Hello, George.
What, gin and tonic?
Please.
And a bitter, please, George.
Right.
Did you see him?
I did?
Did you get anything from him?
Yes.
Did you get the story written?
Yes.
You're getting quite professional. Let's have a look at it. It's even legible.
What did you get from your boy?
Well, if she doesn't turn up tonight, we'll start a search in the morning.
Did he tell you anything about the car?
What car?
Oh, we'll read on.
5 and 9, please.
You got this from Nelson?
Yes.
He must have fancied you. You were flashing those legs at him, I bet.
I don't ask questions with my legs.
No?
No.
Well, this is fine, but it's too flowery for the Standard. They won't like all these adjectives.
Philistines.
Shall I sub it for you?
Okay.
5 and 9, please. You're not letting Sue by the round, are you?
Of course. Equality of the sexes in this job.
Oh, equality, my foot. A woman always pays.
Oh, gin and tonic. It's time you started drinking beer. There you are. Phone that one.
Don't you want to do it?
Well, why me? It's your story.
Yes, but it's your concession. I feel a bit guilty about taking it from you.
Well, you're splitting the money with me. 60-40. 60 to you, of course.
Well, the money doesn't matter so much. It's the credit for getting the story that counts, isn't it?
Well, yes.
You'd really have liked to have done it yourself.
Well, sure, it's a good story. It's exclusive to the Standard. We'll be glad to get it.
Look, I don't care about the Daily Standard. You do. Why don't you phone it in?
Look, you're being too generous, Sue.
Not a bit. I have no ambitions where Fleet Street is concerned. You have, haven't you?
Well, yes, of course I have.
Then go ahead.
Look, it could blow up into a big story. A lot could follow from it. A second child murder in the area.
You think she has been murdered?
No, not yet. Not in broad daylight.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not dark for another hour yet. He's probably still driving her around, feeding her with toffees or whatever they do, waiting for the light to fade.
God. You mean she might still be alive? And we're sitting here arguing about who should have the credit for the beastly story.
Steady on.
You'll phone it in.
Same again.
Please, George, a large one. And charge that bastard.
I never said it was a murder inquiry, did I?
No, sir.
I never even mentioned the word murder.
No, I remember you didn't.
What were my words to that damn girl?
That you weren't linking this child's disappearance with the murder of Mary Dawes.
There you are.
Not yet.
Did I say not yet?
You did, sir.
Well, it's still a long bloody way from saying it's a murder inquiry. Bloody press. You know that switchboard's jammed with calls from them every 2 minutes. It's a murder, so all the dirty Sunday papers are onto it now. Where's the logbook?
Oh, here, sir.
You heard about this? 08:10 hours. Child's shoe found on spare ground in Watergate Street. Have they told the father about it?
Yes, it's not hers.
And why isn't it down here?
Next page, sir.
Oh, yes. How are the search parties going on?
I just about covered the area around the school. The streets near home will take a few more hours yet. There's lots of backyards with sheds, pigeon lots. God knows what else to go through there.
Are the bobbies complaining about their spoilt weekend?
Not for this one, sir.
Yeah, poor kid.
Do you think we should search Upton Woods?
You're assuming that the same man took her that took Mary Dawes and that he'll dump her in the same place?
Well, it's a possibility now.
It's a lot to assume. Upton Woods is a lot of woods.
Assumption's about all we have to go on.
All right, after they finish at the school.
Well, yes, I'll certainly give you all the help that I can. Bye.
Can you answer it, Mum? I'm just going out. You won't sit here and get me Dad's breakfast. But I'll be late. Mum! Hello?
Have you seen it? Front page.
Oh, I've seen it all right. I can't say I recognise having written it, though.
Oh, it's those standard subs. The story's got to be lively.
Well, it may be lively, but it isn't true. Nelson never said to me that it was a murder inquiry.
Didn't you?
Have they found her yet?
Nope.
Then it isn't a murder inquiry, is it? And they've no right to twist your copy like that.
Look, we gave it to them late. These things can happen when you've got to make an edition. Now, they did put it on page 1. Now, that's something to be pleased about.
You're pleased, are you?
I'm delighted.
Have they asked you to follow it up?
Their stablemate, the Sunday Standard, wants us both to follow it up.
Oh, and I'm playing tennis today.
Look, now listen, Sue. They're sending Jack Todd, their chief crime reporter, up to cover it. And he would be glad of our local knowledge. That means that we run around doing a bit of legwork for him, and for that, I have got us both 10 guineas plus expenses for a Saturday's work.
Cartons, please, Milky. Thank you, boy.
Just about there, Jack. God help us.
Morning, Sergeant.
Morning, sir.
I'm Jack Todd, Sunday Standard. Have you found the little girl yet?
No, not yet, sir.
Who's in charge of the case that I might have a word with?
Well, you might have a word with Superintendent Nelson if you've a bit of luck and a lot of nerve.
Cheers, mate.
Westdale Police Station. No, there's no further information. You know, you blokes are driving us nuts.
Have other reporters been here?
Well, not in person, but that phone hasn't stopped ringing all morning.
Here we go again.
Hello. Westdale Police Station. What? It's for you. It's your paper.
Oh, yes. Oh, Frank, I just got here. Yes, well, get off the line, you stupid git. Is that better?
Aye, a bit.
Tell me, can I have a word with Mr. Nelson?
He's in the CRO, sir.
Can I go in?
I'm afraid not, sir. I'll just tell him you're here. You can answer the phone, sir.
It's going to be a sticky one, Ron.
Frank, I think you're drunk already.
Yeah, I've every right to be driving up here half the night. No time to sleep it off.
You from the Daily Standard?
Jack Todd, you must be Superintendent Nelson.
I am, and you're wasting your time here because I'm not talking to the Daily Standard.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Superintendent. What have my irresponsible young colleagues been up to this time?
I'm sick of you fellas putting words into my mouth that I never uttered. The report this morning is the last straw. It's plain bloody lies.
I'm sorry, Superintendent. It's nothing to do with my paper. I'm from the Sunday Standard.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's all the same to me. You're not talking to me, and you're not talking to any of my officers.
Look,
I give words to that effect.
Some misunderstanding.
Understand this, Mr. Todd. Out.
Well, let me try and straighten this out.
See to it, Sergeant.
Good morning, sir.
Certainly put the welcome mat up for us, Jack.
Yes, we're going to have to call on our local boy. We're going to need him. What's his name again?
Spence. Bill Spence.
Who are you going to play tennis with?
A friend?
Was he annoyed?
Not annoyed, just disappointed.
I bet he was. Hey, what do you wear when you play tennis?
And what do you want to know for?
Just wondered.
Wear what everyone else wears. Something casual and light.
What, lighter than what you wear in the office?
Naturally.
No wonder he was disappointed.
How do you do?
Mr. Todd.
Jack. One advantage of working for a mass circulation newspaper is they make enough money to install lifts. My God, those stairs.
I'm Bill Spence, and this is Susan Jackson.
Hello.
Susan's here to give you all the help you need as well.
Can I get you a cup of coffee?
Yeah, thanks, my dear. A large scotch might help.
Sorry, we don't run to it in this office.
Susan did most of this morning's piece.
Oh, it was you got me thrown out of the police station just now, was it? Lies, he said it was.
Well, Nelson, it's your subs who twisted the copy.
Lots of frustrated novelists on the sub's desk. Now and then the urge to enhance the truth gets the better of them. To our cost and not theirs. Now, where does this kid's father live? I've got a car downstairs, or a photographer.
Well, Susan will take you there. I've got to hang around for half an hour.
Saturday morning watchdog, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, is there some quiet little pub round here where they know you? That's all right, I don't want to drink that badly.
Well, there's the Green Man.
Residential?
No.
They've got some rooms there.
Yes.
Yes, ask them to rent me one of them, will you?
What, rent you one?
Yes, I want somewhere quiet where I can talk to Marlene Turner's dad before the other boys get at him. Think you can fix it?
I think so, yes.
And if we're residents, we haven't got to obey the licensing laws, have we? Right, Susan, lead me to the poor child's father.
Hello, Dad.
Hi.
You going out again?
Later this afternoon.
Do you want me to stay in and get dinner for you?
No, it's all right, love. You run along to the Uggets, see that the lads are behaving themselves. I'll be all right.
How much longer are they going to go on searching for her?
A day or two, I reckon.
Oh, I hope they don't find her.
Why'd you say that?
Some kids say they're going to search Upton Woods. She'll be dead if they find her, won't she? Oh, the lady from the papers.
Oh, come in.
These gentlemen are from the Sunday Standard, Mr. Turner.
Oh, yes. Have you heard any news?
Nothing more, I'm afraid.
Just a minute, love. Are you the little girl's sister?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Right, I can take a picture of you. Let me come and sit in here. That's it. Mr. Turner, come and stand here by your daughter. Sit. I'd like you to be reading the paper, love.
I know about it.
Oh, it's just an idea, Jack.
I hear you're unable to work, Mr. Turner.
I had an accident.
We'd like to help you.
Well, I'm off now, Jack. I want to get some pictures of the law at work. I'll probably see you later in the pub.
Yes, OK, Ron.
OK?
No. Run along to the Uggets.
Can't I stay?
No, just do as you're told. What sort of help do you have in mind?
We could always get you some help with the children.
Yes,
Mr.
all right, Susan. Just leave this to me, will you? I want to talk to Mr. Turner man to man. You've been through a hard time lately.
I have that.
Yeah. We could help you with money.
I'm not looking to make any money out of this.
No, of course not, but money would help.
It would.
Then allow us to help you. With, say, £50.
£50.
60 then.
What would I have to do?
Nothing. Just sit down, have a drink and talk to me. To me and no one else.
No other reporters, you mean?
That's it.
Oh, well, it sounds all right. Don't want to talk to a lot of reporters anyway.
Shall we go then?
Yeah. Oh, I can't leave here.
Well, that's the whole object of the exercise, that we don't hang around here.
But the wife might be back.
I sincerely hope she is. In fact, I'm banking on it.
Hey?
That's the story I want to write, Mr. Turner. How the pain and sorrow of a missing child reunited a broken family.
Yeah, but she won't know where to find me.
Well, if she comes back here and finds the house empty, she'll go round the neighbours, won't she? The ones who are looking after your kids.
Well, likely.
Yes, well, we'll leave word there. Are we going?
Well, you said,
Oh, yes. Shall we say, 30 now and the other half later?
How much later?
When we finish talking.
Well, it sounds all right. Fair enough. Do you always pay for stories?
On occasion. We like to feel we've helped and that we own something as a result of our magnanimous gestures. I'll have a receipt from you later.
I'll get my cap.
You don't get exclusives for nothing these days, my dear. Right, Mr. Turner, I've got a car outside. This manoeuvre is known in the trade, my dear, as body snatching. Where snatching of bodies concerned, I'm Burke and Hare rolled into one.
Does he want to stay the night, then?
I don't know, George. He'll probably get so boozed up he'll have to.
You know, we're not strictly residential. You'll have to sleep on couch.
Well, look, just give him a drink whenever he wants it. That'll keep him happy.
If he wants to drink with you after hours, he'll have to pay all the time. That should keep you happy.
What, me pay for his drinks? With the expenses he gets from the Daily Standard? I'll buy the first round and that's his lot. Jack, what will you have?
No. With me. You got a room for me?
Yes, sir. Only a sitting room, I'm afraid, but... through here, please.
Hold on, Mr. Turner. Oh, just bring me a bottle of whiskey, will you, and some water. Give my two young friends here anything they want.
Would you like...
We've just given Turner 60 quid to come here and hide.
60? I'm only getting 10 guineas.
Well, don't you see anything wrong in it?
Yes, I'm a mug. I should have asked the Standard for more.
Oh, it seems corrupt to me.
Oh, you've still got a lot to learn. Come on, let's go see what he's up to.
No, let's get our drinks in first. I've seen enough to be going on with.
Oh, I see you're a real drinking man.
No, I haven't had a drink in 3 months.
Liver trouble?
Me? You've got to have money to drink yourself into liver trouble.
Yeah, an expense account does for mine.
Yeah, well, when you're bringing up 4 kids on assistance, there's nothing left over for beer and facts, Mr. Todd.
Jack.
Cheers, Jack.
How much do you get?
£15.13. Suppose you think I'm a right sponger.
It's all freely offered, Harry. You're welcome. You're no sponger, I can see that.
I never took a penny I didn't earn until my accident. Ruined my bloody life for me, that lot did.
Tell me about it.
Why? I mean, you should be asking about our Marlene, not me. I mean, you really just don't want to know about my troubles.
You let me be the best judge of that. What happened when you left hospital?
You don't want to know all that.
Yes, I do. I'm interested, Harry. I want to help you.
Oh, you've helped me enough already.
Yes, I could do a lot more. If I write your story in my newspaper, a decent, hard-working man who's gone through terrible troubles through no fault of his own, you'd be surprised what happens. People write in with offers of help, money, marriage. Surprised? You'd be flabbergasted.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. You could do yourself a great deal of good by just talking to me. Talking to me as a friend.
Keep your line. Search everywhere. Watch for the barbed wire. Not too fast on the left. Keep your line.
like talking to you, Jack. I mean, there aren't many people you can talk to. You know, the kids are too young and you can't afford the pub, you know. Well, there isn't anybody, and you need to talk to somebody. Well, you do, don't you?
Of course you do.
Really
Of course you do.
This stuff always did loosen my tongue.
They've just started to search Upton Woods.
That's where they found the other lad.
That doesn't mean anything. They've got to search there.
Do you want me to go up there?
Well, obviously the police are still talking to you, if not to me.
Oh, yes.
Yes, well, we'll go up there when something develops. If anything develops. Meanwhile, let's get Harry's other little problems sorted out.
His other problems? His little girl's missing. How can he think of anything else? Have a heart.
You're still thinking of his wife. She's missing too, aren't you, Harry?
I wish she was here with me now.
Have you ever thought of taking another woman in the house?
What a question!
Hey, shut up, Rob. It's not your interview.
I love my wife. Still do.
Then why did she leave you?
Because I was stuck at home and she had to go out to work to keep us.
She got fed up and left.
Aye.
Do you think she'll ever come back?
When she reads how Marlene's missing, she will, won't she? I mean, it stands to reason.
Yes, that's what we're all hoping, of course, that she'll soon be back. Did you look for her?
Of course I look for her all over the place.
Where?
Oh, London, Leeds, Manchester. I heard she was in all Liverpool. I followed up all the rumours.
But how? You had the kids to look after.
Got somebody else to do it for me.
Who?
I'm not saying.
Oh, why not? He sounds a good friend. I'd like to know if someone who went to all that trouble for a friend.
He's not a friend.
Not a friend? What made him do it then?
What I'm talking to you for? Money.
But you didn't have any money.
I managed. Like giving this stuff up.
How much did you pay him?
£57.12 and 6.
And he hasn't found her?
Not yet.
And you've been taken for a ride, my friend. Who is this man?
I'm not saying.
But you've been done. He's conned you. £57 for a man in your position. I bet he never went anywhere near Leeds or Liverpool or London. Who is he?
He's an inquiry agent.
Oh, yes. Where does he operate?
In town.
Jack Yardley.
I'm not saying who it is.
You must want your wife back very badly.
What's wrong with a man wanting his wife back? Of course I want her back.
Does Jack Yardley own a dark blue saloon car?
I'm going home. You've no right to ask me questions like that.
No right? You've taken our money. We've every right.
What's my wife got to do with our mine?
Everything, I'd say, wouldn't you? You engineered all this to bring your wife running back, didn't you?
No.
Whose idea was it that Marlene should disappear, yours or Yardley's?
It was Yardley's idea.
Desperate for results, wasn't he?
It was me that was desperate.
Do you want some coffee? Bill, go and see Yardley, will you? Take the car. And Bill.
It's all gone wrong.
Yes.
But he'll bring her back, though, won't it?
Back to what? We'll have to phone the police. I better phone them now.
No.
But we must tell them.
Yes, when we've confirmed the story, when we made the first edition with it, when Ron Sloane's got his pics, then we'll tell the police.
But you can't hold out on them like that.
Why not? They held out on me.
I don't have to talk to you, Mr. Spence, and I'm not admitting anything.
Look, Yardley, he's blown the whole story. Now just tell me where the girl is.
Story?
Would you rather the police made you tell where she is? At least I can take it off your hands for you.
Ah, you'll be making money out of it, won't you?
What do you want, a cut or something? You've already had £57.12 and 6 out of that poor bastard.
I earned that £57, and I didn't make any profit on it either. Why, I went all over the country looking for that blasted woman. And I've a pretty shrewd idea where she is now.
Where?
She's in London, on the game in Stepney. I couldn't trace where she lived. Oh, take a seat. Sit down. No, I couldn't trace where she lived, but they never stayed at the same address longer than a week. Anyway, I did him a favor by not finding her.
Then why this stunt with Marlene?
I'd taken his money, and he was desperate at the lack of results. I've got my professional pride too, you know.
I'm sure you have.
No need to sound so contemptuous, Mr. Spence. And I stuck my neck out because I felt sorry for him.
Yeah, well, you certainly did that all right. Well, let's go and find Marlene, shall we? Or you really will be in it.
She's with my sister-in-law.
Do you think the wife will come back?
You want my honest opinion? Never.
What's he doing now?
Phoning his story through.
She'll never come back when she reads that. It's all been for nothing.
I wouldn't say that. It made a nice story for Mr. Todd.
Oh, that's that, Harry. A very warm, sympathetic human story. Do you no harm at all.
Apart from getting him convicted of causing a public mischief.
Yes, well, we don't want to worry about that. It might never happen.
What's that?
Well, technically, Harry, you've caused what used to be called a public mischief. Only now they call it wasting police time.
Could I go to prison?
Well, it depends how badly the police feel about it.
You can imagine how badly Nelson is going to feel.
Yes, well, I'll have a word with him later.
Like when?
Well, about half an hour when we've got our picks.
There are scores of police out searching Upton Woods now. You can't mess them about like this.
I am awful, aren't I?
You know damn well Nelson can't take it out on you. You're wasting his time and he's going to pay for
My
it.
dear Susan, cool down. I need those picks.
Yes, you are awful.
North and south shoulders around the fellows, and if you can go the west and east with your chaps, just around that area there, and also there.
Can we have the pioneers forward, please? The story so far is there's a young 8-year-old girl missing, and the police are covering the north and south sections. We've been given east and west. Radio call signs tangles 1, 2, 3 and 4. The area is quite low, there's a lot of woodland around, so take your time and look everywhere. Behind walls, in the thick undergrowth, any shafts or anything like that. If you find the child, report back to base immediately. If first aid is required, administer. If the child is dead or do not touch the body, but report back and wait for the police. Any questions at all? Okay then. Okay then.
Is Mr. Nelson in?
Ah, but you can't see him now, Susan.
Is he in the CID?
Ah, but you can't do that. Hey, just a minute.
Oh, Ben, let me go.
I'm sorry, sir. Trying to stop him.
I've a good mind to charge you.
Are you still looking for Marlene?
Get her out of here.
Yes, come on.
She's been found.
What?
I've seen her. She's alive and well.
Where?
The Green Man. It was a put-up job. My father fixed it to try and get his wife home again.
Are you sure about this?
I've seen the child. I'm telling you because it didn't seem right to waste any more of your time.
It didn't seem right to you, you mean?
No.
No, but Mr. Todd's not bothered about 50 policemen combing Upton Woods for nothing. Where is Mr. Todd?
Buying a story from little Marlene, I should think.
Call off the search of Upton Woods. Right, sir. And as a matter of priority, I now want to know which officer tipped off the Daily Standard.
Police are searching for an 8-year-old girl who's missing from her home in Westdale, Yorkshire.
Let me have another one too, will you?
Seen since yesterday, when she didn't come home.
Oh, you helped me a lot.
After a hot day.
Thanks.
The police
You ever come down to Fleet Street looking for a job, let me know. I'll put in a word for you.
Well, I will.
That's all right. Cheers. It's been a good story.
Cheers, Jack.
Where's that child?
Home in the bosom of her yearning family.
Why weren't the police informed?
You have been informed.
I mean by telephone immediately.
I needed time to confirm the accuracy of the story. I wouldn't care to pass on to you information that hadn't been checked and verified.
You mean you delayed it so you could phone into your office first?
The office has been told.
I'll be charging that man. The matter will then be sub judice, and you can't tell them any more than the fact that he's been charged.
Superintendent, why this vendetta against an old hand like me? I know that if you want to charge this man with wasting police time, you'll need the approval of the Director of Public Prosecutions. And however swiftly you want him to oblige you, he won't do it this weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Todd. And I hope I never see you on my manor again for a long, long time.
We aim to please. They're all the same. Well, I'll be on my way. Don't forget to look me up.
No, I won't.
I should think twice before you venture to Fleet Street, Susan. You'll find a miniskirt and misplaced loyalties don't get you very far there. So long, children. Put her down, Ron. It's time to go.
Is that what you want to be?
Well, before you start getting all sanctimonious, just remember one thing. You got the truth.